This is Evil Noodle Gaming. Online, on YouTube, on Discord, and on Twitter.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. Evil Noodle here. Thank you so kindly for joining us today. We are back on City Skylines. You may have noticed that today's episode is also called Episode 1. We did try this yesterday in stream, and because we're going for... Oh, we had the watermark come up there. We were going to try and recreate as much as we can the road layout of England, and putting in as many of the cities and towns as possible. Now we have got a UK themed housing on the map. I'm pretty unsure on how all the mods work on this game, but we couldn't get the housing to show as the UK styled home. So I've had a look into it, and I think I know how to do it. I think we need to wait until we've got 480 people, and then we can zone an area into a district and then select the housing from then onwards. I believe that's how it's done. I have had a quick muck about with it and it seems to work, so we should be okay. So we're going to restart this series from today's episode instead. I believe they normally have the... Okay. Never mind. I keep getting the watermark for the chroma cam come up. I'm not too sure why. It shouldn't be, because we have paid for. Anyway, normally how the DLCs the DLCs for this game seem to work is every 6 months. The Industries was around 5 months ago. Yeah, we keep getting the watermark come up on the screen. I don't know why it's doing that. It's because Chroma Cam hasn't loaded up. Hang on a sec. Okay. Okay, it should stop now. Okay, yeah, normally the DLCs, going by the pattern that they have, they normally come out every 6 months, which Industries was 5 months ago. So in theory, if they were going to release another DLC for this game, it should be next month in April. Only a guess. We were going to hold on until then, until we started a new series of this, but we had a few requests, like I said in yesterday's episode, and we thought we'd come back to it, and we thought we'd try and have a go at a UK themed style series. So we're going to jump on into the game and start away. Okay, there we go. Super stuff. Let's bring in the game sounds as well. Okay, we should be good. No, that's not right. City Skylines. I was on the Apex scene there. Never mind. Yeah. So we're going to start things off, and to begin with, we're based down in the Kent area. The road layout isn't too bad to start things off. It does start with a bridge, which obviously isn't there in real life. Oh. Has my game stopped working? No, I think we're good. We're using a ton of mods at the moment. So I don't really know how this is going to go. I honestly don't know how this is going to go. Whether the game's going to crash or... we'll have to see. We'll have to see. If you would like to see more of this series on the channel, a simple like and a comment and subscribe would let me know, and that would be epic at the same time. Anyway, let's start things off. When we can purchase this land over here, we're going to get rid of the bridge and have a ferry service instead, and a tunnel. That's the plan. I think there is a mod where you can unlock all the tiles. Let me know in the description, in the comments, on which mod that is, where I can unlock the whole lot, because I'm kind of struggling to find it. But we're gonna make do with what we got to begin with. Whoever made this map, I keep forgetting to look it up. They've done a pretty good job. It's pretty well detailed. It's not too bad. It's got a lot of design to it. A few hills, and we've got the river Thames kind of running through. So yeah, happy with that. Pretty good indeed. Let's start things off. We're gonna run as many of the main roads as possible. Now in the Kent area that runs down to Folkestone and Dover, you've got the M25 in this section over here, which is a big car park around London. And from the M25 you have another motorway called the M2, which would run roughly where the mouse is now, and a bit lower down roughly along here is the M20 as well, which runs up to the M25. So we're going to start things off by popping in a main road. Actually, I think we might start things off by building the M25, so we got that to go by. Now we are using unlimited money at the moment. That won't last for long. It's just to get us started, basically. Okay, so let's go. Gonna have to go with the. What can we use? Okay, we're gonna have to go with just the large road. Let's go for something 60 miles an hour. Let's go for. This one's 26 meters wide. That's a big road. Let's go for this. Let's see what they look like first. That one's got street lamps. Let's try this one. Yeah, it's quite a lot wider. I think we might go for the slightly smaller one, just to sort of save on a bit of space. So we'll do that. This one here. So we're going to try and recreate the motorway as best we can. Okay. So it's kind of a big circle around London. If I... Hang on a sec. If I bring up the map quickly on the other screen. Kind of just like that. Okie doke. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so we're going to want to start kind of high up. I mean, it's not going to be exact, we know that. But let's try and run it round as best we can. Round through into Dartford area. Now, what type of bridge can we get here? Normally that archers normally get a natural decent bridge. I don't think we're going to get that on this occasion. So we might have to go for something a bit like that instead. Perhaps we could try and change it as we go along. Okay, that's not too bad. How does it go? Sort of a bit like this. And then a bit down as well. It sort of feeds around. guess it's kind of something. It looks nothing like it. That's really bad. What's your fat beat? How's it going, buddy? That is that's not the motorway whatsoever. Let's see if we can change this up a little bit. How's it going, buddy? We've only just started and we're already running into major issues here. Perhaps we just keep it simple. Let's just try and keep it as simple as possible. So we can get a tiny bit of connection going on here. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. It's not far off the design, so that's okay. I mean, yeah, I'm happy with that. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, let's go ahead and link these two roads up just for the time being. London, well, it's a work in progress, buddy. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for saying hello again and dropping by. Thankfully, we're able to start a bit early tonight. We're gonna be on for about an hour. How are you, my friends? I believe we've sorted out how to get the housing looking more UK styled. Okay. So we're going to want a slightly smaller road for this part. We're going to want a two-way road. Let's go for... Oh, there's lots of options. We could go for like a cycle lane. Let's stick with we don't want parking. What could we go for? Gonna want a two-way road, but without the parking on it. That's gonna be too... How big is this road here? Oh, no, that's okay. Okay, let's go for something like that. So it's literally gonna run... Get rid of that. It's gonna run kind of straight down a little bit, and then it's gonna work its way up. Yeah, that's not too bad. Hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hello. So I'm looking on the second screen at the moment just to try and roughly get the roads. We're trying to recreate the best we can, sort of England with the main roads, and try and recreate as many cities as possible. We're starting off today. We are using unlimited money just to try and make things as easy as possible. So this road kind of makes its way through this road actually makes its way into London itself. So what we might do is we might actually raise this part of the road up. Let's go back to large roads. Let's see if we can raise this up just slightly. Which I cannot remember. How do you raise roads up again in this game? It's been so long. I thought it was the plus and minus button. Damn, how do you raise the roads up? it's been that long. I can't remember how to do certain things. Pretty sure it was plus and minus. Nope. How do we raise the roads up? Can we take over France? That's the plan, buddy. That's the plan. I can't remember how we raise the roads in this game. Is there a key map in this? Okay. Build a... Oh, it's page up. Oh, it's page up and page down. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so let's try this again. There we go. So if we raise this up just slightly, and then can we bring it back down again? How does that look? How does that look? Yeah, okay, that's all right. That's not too bad. I guess we could make the Dartford crossing possibly a bit taller as well. Could we do that? I don't see why not. We could probably go slightly higher as well. And then bring it back down again. Maybe slightly over to the... let's go ahead and pause the game, because we keep getting those errors come up. Hey, watch Japan. Thanks for saying hello. Okay, so how's that looking? That's not too bad. I'm happy with that. Oh, mind you, it's it's a bit steep. It is a bit steep. Never mind. We won't be walking over it, so we're not particularly bothered. So we can bring this road in now and try and loop it round into London as best we can. So London has an inner ring road as well, which we could possibly do now. Let's see if we can... so it kind of wraps all the way round. Kind of like this. Yeah, okay. Not too bad. Because, I mean, London, I mean, I go into London quite a bit. Quite a bit. Let's have a look at the comments. Are you from... Who's from Spain? Oh, you... Oh, okay. Wow. It's been raining all day here. It's pretty cold at the moment. It's not great. I'm happy with that. We could actually go ahead and pop a bit of zoning in straight away, I reckon. So we try and modify London just slightly, but let's go for, say, the one-way. Have we got bus lanes that we could possibly use? We haven't. We have, but they're pretty wide roads. How wide is that? It's not too bad. But I'm thinking we should possibly use the smaller roads just to try and cram as much stuff in as possible. 9 meter. Or we got the 12 meter roads. What do you reckon? Should we keep the road small so we can get plenty of stuff in? Let's go for something kind of like that. We're not going to get a road underneath there. Nice. So I kind of guessed this would be the embankment in a way. We're going to need to include the M4, which would start from over here. And if we go for a nice straight road. Okay. That don't look too bad. These are all one way, I've just realised. Which is not going to work. Two-way roads. Okay, so let's modify it to this quickly. So we can wrap this road around. Where's this one going to go? This is going to go off into the distance. Happy with that. It's it really isn't going to look exact. It's snowing in Norway. Yeah, we're going to pop in Dover, mate. Once we can, if we can get access to this part over here where the bridge is, the bridge will be knocked down, and we'll try and put in a ferry service if we can. IQ of 300. I got no idea what my IQ is. Probably average, whatever that is. No idea. Okay. So I'm thinking we're going to need to cram in as much space as possible. So let's try and do that. Probably should have gone for more of a grid-like system. Well, this should work. Okay. We've got a few more roads that run down. So we're going to need a road coming from about here. And then running down to the motorway. Okay. How can we do this? We haven't got slip roads or anything like that at the moment. Let's leave that as it is just for the time being, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and get some housing in so we can start having a few people live in our lovely London. Try and cram in as much as we can. We might actually thinking about it. Let's go for offices in the middle. Commercial buildings in the middle there. And then put all the housing around this side as well. Guess we fill the whole lot in. Okay. Let's see how we get on with that. I mean, eventually we can modify it and we can add in officers once we've got that utility. We're going to need power, which I've only just realised. So I guess we go for a solar panel wind farm over here. Let's run some electric cables. Now, are they going to build around this side? Probably not. Let's do that instead. And we're going to need to pop in some water and sewage. So let's go for... where can we do this? That should be okay. One there, one there. Hook those two up. Run it across. Straight up, straight down. And we just run them down. A lot of people, when I notice, when they do the pipes underneath, they try to make it as neat as possible. I don't really know why, because no one can see them, right? Let's run it down. We might as well cover the whole of this area up. Something a bit like that. Okay, gonna need sewage as well. I guess we put that over here. It makes the water so brown, very chocolate coloured. Very chocolate coloured. Gonna need some power over this side as well. So I guess we just pop in a wind farm, which should make them very happy. They are connected. That's now connected. Excellent. Super stuff. What are you writing? What is that? Lovely. So these are going to build up in the vanilla style, and once we get to 480 people in our population, we can then create a district, and then we can change them over to a more UK themed, which is the plan. I believe that's how it works. But I kind of like the British roads. That's a bit odd. Couple of traffic islands in the middle there, but they should all light up at night time, which I'm really hoping they do, and I've got it working nicely. Oh, this is gonna need power as well. I think a simple pylon across should suffice. Yep, okay. Dandy. Very nice. Very, very nice. Power is happy now. Yes, buddy. Oh, we can also name the roads. I forgot we could do that. It's been such a long time since we've played this game properly. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining in and saying hello. We play plenty of different types of games on the channel. I try to stream around 3 to 4 times a week. Normally from about 7-ish UK time, but can be later. Really does depend on what time we get back from work. I love the double yellow lines. They are pretty nice looking. Oh, that's right. We've got the commercial side in the middle here. So I don't know how busy this is going to get. Eventually, when we've got high density zoning, I mean, it's all going to be big buildings. So I reckon it's going to get pretty busy around the London areas. We could actually include now. We could try and include the M4, which will run roughly from in the middle here. We haven't got the large highways yet, so we're going to have to stick with these types of roads. Let's go for something like this. Now the M4 is slightly raised. But let's go for something a bit like this. Let's run it across the M25. I mean, it's not how it is, but... And we can just add slip roads either side. That's about right. And it's going to go through into Slough and down into Reading. Let's bring it back down again. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. How can we do this? Give us a second, let's have a look at the map. Yeah, so the M4 runs down through to sort of south east of Wales. Okay. So I guess, I mean, we can't go all the way over at the moment, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, it runs through to about here, which they've actually got rid of the toll booths now. You don't have to pay anymore, which is kind of nice. Because you used to have to pay to get in, but it was free to come back. Very weird. So I guess we could run it kind of like that. But that's as far as we're going to get until we unlock a bit more. Let me know what you think. How does that look? I'm not too sure. Hopefully it's going to be okay. Is there oil? We can't look at the moment, buddy. We haven't got that tab. We need a few more people living in our city. We're going to need some industry. So perhaps we concentrate on the Folkestone area, which should be kind of about here. Okay. So we run a main road from here. Run it from about here. And kind of like that. Kind of like that. This links up to the motorway. Which should kind of be a bit like about there. And we just simply hook it up with the smaller roads to begin with. I think that's going to be the best way. Can we do that? hopefully that's going to work. Once we get the slip roads and stuff like that, London's okay. Excellent, buddy. Once we got the main roads, we should have had. I should have used network extensions because you get all the roads at once. Never mind. We will change them once we unlock a few bits and pieces. So let's go ahead and pop in Folkestone down the bottom here. We're going to use smaller roads for that. Yes, I know I need to grow the city. We're going to want two-way roads. $15 meters. You're going to want to get in as much zoning as possible. So I'm thinking we run the roads basically to the end here. And down along here. And if we switch to a smaller type road, just try and make a bit of a makeshift zoning area so we can get in some businesses. We go to about there and there. That's nicely filled in. Okay, that should be alright. Let's pop in some industry down here. Basically in the middle there. We could probably go along the edge as well. Let's see how that goes. Maybe just a tiny road in the middle here, just to try and break it up a little bit. Something a bit like that. So we have got Canterbury in the middle here as well. We could actually run. We could run a road from the industry area through that, I guess. Kind of a bit like that. Nice grass lined roads. That's not too bad. That's okay. So we go for something where we can pop in a few houses and stuff like that. Maybe a bit like that. And we'll see how that goes. I don't think they're going to like living next to all of this pollution. I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. We run power lines down to here. Just like so. How are we doing for electricity? We could pop in another one, I guess. Dover is one big factory zone. There's not much at. I mean, you got the port, obviously, but before you get to Dover, it's literally just motorway. And I've only been a few times. Last time was probably about 2 years ago. You're literally off the motorway, straight into Dover on the ferry, and then you're away. It's not as built up as you think. The thing is, you don't really get time to have a look around. Unless you're actually going to have a look around. Because once you're off the ferry, you just follow the main roads straight back onto the motorway again. But this should be okay. Let's pop in some zoning for housing around here. I don't know how happy they're going to be living next to all this stuff. So possibly we keep those free. Let's see how that goes. So this, I guess, would be the Canterbury area. We've got Folkestone, and when we can, we're going to pop in Dover in this little section here. I think it's looking alright. We can try and fill up London a bit more. So let's work with that. What types of roads are we using? We're using the very tiny roads. So we're not going to get in all the main roads, are we? So let's go for something that we can work with as regards to cramming in as much stuff as possible. And see how we get on. Is that going to work? This should be okay. Literally just wanted to try and squeeze in as much housing as possible. So we could try and do the same along here. If we have... Oh, we made it to Little Hamlet. Nice one. So we have that going to there. Okie doke. And try and squeeze in just a tiny bit over there as well. Let's see how this goes. We can always modify it as we go along. So let's go for, let's pop in a few housing areas. In these little tiny areas over here. Okay, that's not too bad. We can do these ones as well. Kind of like that. We're going to want a few more shops and stuff. So maybe these ones on the outskirts here. I'll tell you what. What types of roads could we possibly get in here? How's that going to make the zoning really weird indeed? I'm just wondering how we could do this. Perhaps something... I mean, we could just leave that. Let's see how we get along with that. Let's go for some shops in this district over here. And maybe just a few more here as well. Pop in the houses. Okay, let's speed the game up. Good job we did go for unlimited money, because we are losing it pretty quick. Once we've got to 480 people, we will unlock the districts, which I'm kind of looking forward to, because we should be able to change up the housing. We have got hospitals now. Now I did unlock a UK medical practice, which is slightly different to the medical centre in the vanilla game. I guess London's going to want one. So perhaps we could pop it on the main road here. I think that would be kind of an okay place. I don't think we can squeeze it in anywhere else. So let's pop that in just there. We're going to want a elementary school as well, which I guess could go here. Yep, that should work. That should be okay. We've got recycling plants as well. Maybe we keep the recycling centres down in the industry area down here. Oh, we made it. We made it. We are a worthy village. So we've got 480 people now. We now have policies, districts. We've got the fire department, the police. We've got a few unique buildings as well. Forestry, specialisation. Oh, yes, of course. We've got the industries, haven't we? So we've got the forestry and agriculture. Got the some new buildings as well. UK fire station, UK police station. Nice, very tidy indeed. What unique buildings do we get? The winter market. That's a different one. We might have to pop that in. Oh, of course. So we do have a few UK landmarks here. I mean, I could unlock all of these and just add them in, which we might do. We might just cheat a little bit and just add those in. We're going to want a recycling centre, so I'm thinking we actually pop that in just there. Look how much that burns. We should have a few different vehicles plodding about as well. A couple more English style, I guess. Britain, UK style lorries. I don't know how having all of these mods in the game is going to affect it later on. Oh, here's one, I think. Oh yeah, we've got Eddie Stobart doing his thing. Going about. Doing his business. Okay, let's go for districts. Okay, so we're going to need to paint the districts. Just like so. Now I think... So we call this London. London. And now we go to themes. Allow buildings which are not normally in... allow buildings which are not in any theme. No, we don't want that. Okay, so we can have... What buildings are loaded? So I think I can only... So we've got the low UK detached housing. I'm not too sure what it means by not all buildings are loaded. Whether they haven't got to that class yet of upgrading. So let's click on that and see what that does for us. And we've got this district down here. I'm pretty sure we popped housing. Yeah, we did. So we paint another district. And if we call this one Canterbury. Okay, and I think, so we enable this. Let's try this one. This theme might not work like expected. Not all buildings are loaded. I'm not 100% sure what that means. If you know what it means, let me know, because I don't. So did that work? Theme manager. Oh, so do we have to do we have to select the types of buildings that we want? Is that how it works? I'm not 100% sure. So there's no... Oh, they're level 2s. I don't know. But these should be upgrading now. Or at least they're meant to. So we'll see how this goes. It did work yesterday when I did try it out. We've got a medical clinic. We're going to need a fire station. Guess we could pop that in just next to the school. And we're going to want a police station as well. Can we get this in here? We can't. Maybe just at the top here. Can we squeeze it in anywhere else? Okay, let's go for... oh, we could pop it down here, can we? No, it's not going to work. That kind of works. Should have a few UK cars. There's one. Going off doing its thing. The BMW. Metropolitan Police. It looks pretty good. I'm a bit miffed as to why these houses aren't changing. Oh, there's one of them there. So that's a UK styled home. I guess we just need to wait for the properties to upgrade. Why is it why is it so funny to watch me think about things? I don't know. I'm not too sure on that one. That's a new one on me. Why is it funny? Just trying to work things out. The houses should upgrade. The thing in the fridge. Yeah, so not many of them are changing, are they? Tell you what we are going to do. We're going to quickly pop to the little boys' room. We'll be back in just a moment. Just a second. Okay. Thanks for hanging in there. It's funny to watch you because you say, hmm. Do I say hmm a lot, do I? I'm not. I think I do, don't I? I think I do. I think it's taking shape kind of nicely at the moment. We're losing a shed load of money. Yeah, the microphone's on. We are losing lots and lots of money. These aren't going to build purely because of the industry being down here. I'm a bit miffed as to why the houses aren't changing themes. Let's have a look at this again. So we've set it to, we have changed the theme. Enable theme management. Allow buildings which are not in any theme. I don't think we want to do that. So we come to theme manager. Do we have to select the type of house that we want? Is that how it works? Because there's so many to choose from, that's the thing. Office buildings. A big factory. I mean, these are kind of similar to what is in London. Include. Oh, okay. So those are the only ones that are... Oh, alright. So let's have a... So we've got to include some of these. Look at that one. That's a weird one. Detached. So what types of other homes are in? These are the base game properties. Okay, they're all base game, aren't they? Display. Custom. I'm not too sure why there aren't a picture shown for these. I don't know. Perhaps we just have to wait until they all upgrade. Let's have a look at the policies. Yeah. Perhaps we just have to wait and wait for them to change. Definitely done the zoning right. I mean, we could delete everything and then pop the houses down again. Let's try that. Let's see if that works. Gonna lose a few people living in the city. I'm just curious as to why this doesn't work. So let's see what these build back as. They should do it fairly quickly. Okay. So it looks like that's what we're gonna have to do. Gonna have to delete and get them to rebuild. And hopefully they should do that fairly quickly. Got greenhouses there. Sorry, I know you've just moved in. We're gonna lose so many people doing this. Let's just get rid of them all. and hopefully they will rebuild looking like they should be. That's looking a bit more like it. We could do these ones here. Let's just do the whole lot. And then that should... I don't know why it has done that. Oh, these poor people. They've just moved in. And I've just booted them out of their house. But it seems to be the only way to get it to work. So that should be it. Killing people. We are, buddy. It's all part of the plan. So, yes, they're not going to be happy. That's not part of the... Let's get rid of this one down here as well. That's okay. That one I think is alright. And there, we get rid of that one as well. So I think as they upgrade, that's when they change shape. So they should all move in eventually and go back to normal. Pop in a few more here. I think for the time being that should suffice. That looks okay. So hopefully they're all going to move back in and do their stuff. We're going to want... we can't build a cemetery at the moment. Okay, so that's alright. That's okay. No one is coming down here to live. I can't blame them. Not next to all that pollution. I really hate these types of... I wonder what natural resources do we... Oh, we got... I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's get rid of all this pollution stuff. So let's de-zone the whole lot. Get rid of them. Okay, so that's all gone. I'll tell you what we are going to do. We are going to change this up and have... so we've got fertile land. We've got the forestry area over there. So let's change this to the farming land. Let's do that instead. We're going to need to paint the district. Which... So how do we do that again? So we go to that. That's not how we paint. Generic industry. Okay, so I think we just literally paint. I can't remember how we done it, to be honest. I think it was like this. Yeah, they're pretty close to one another. So I think we do that, and then we click on... Yeah, that's how we do it. Okay. So that's now the farming industry. in the scorched land that it is. And I really hate the industry zoning in this game. The pollution is just baffles me as to why it's so much, because it's not really like that in real life. I mean, you don't walk to your local industrial estate and come out the other end looking like you've walked through a chimney, you know, covered in soot and dust and scraping loads of black soot and coal out your throat. It's not quite like that. It really isn't. Oh dear. Right, let's go ahead and pop in some farmland. So how do we do that again? So that's the farming industry. Which one was it? Landscaping. That's a good point. How do we put in the farming industry area? Oh, here we go. Oh, we need a population of 750. So maybe we are going to have to put in some industry then. Unless we just go for shops to begin with. Oh no, no one's moving back. I shouldn't have killed everyone off. I really shouldn't have done. Oh, that's a different one. Oh no, it's not. They look kind of nice on the back. We've got conservatory. Got a bird table. They are slightly all different. I'm hoping they all change style as we go on. They should do. They should change. Plenty of police cars going out. So we need to try and attract a few more people living in our area. Hey, what's your Ash? Finally got into the stream. Excellent stuff, buddy. It's been a while since we said hello. We're kind of struggling a bit at the moment. We're trying to recreate as best as possible the main cities and road layouts of the United Kingdom. We've made a good start, I think. We have made a good start. We're just trying to bring in some people to actually live in our area, which is a complete disaster at the moment because I had to kill everyone just to try and spawn in the sort of the UK styled housing, which when it upgrades, hopefully it should look kind of nice, and they should all change the style. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. We got like UK roads and traffic lights and bits and pieces, bollards and the signs and stuff like that. It looks alright. It's I think I've installed about 500 different mods on this game. Oh yeah, how's your Roblox modding coming along, buddy? Nicely remembered there. Gonna need to build more residential. Well, that's true. But no one's moving into the places that we have already. Let's have this bit down here as industry just to begin with. Gonna need to try and attract a few more people. We can't put in any parks into the area. I'm a little stuck as to how we need to go about this, because no one is moving into our city Can't believe I killed everyone. Well, you better believe it, mate. Because we did. We were actually doing alright, and I've had to delete everything to try and spawn the new houses. And now no one wants to move back, which is a big issue. Let's despawn all of this stuff. See whether we can get it to try and get people to move back in again. Perhaps we have a few shops there as well. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on here. We've got loads of demand for everything, but we can't get anything to spawn in the game. So that's kind of grinded things to a halt for a little while. They look alright from this angle, the houses. They look kind of nice, don't they? I mean, they're all the same. But they don't look too bad. Come on, people. Come back. Come on back. Come and move back into my city. We've got no industry. We've got absolutely nothing. I don't understand why no one wants to live here anymore. We're gonna have to bring the industry back. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We could continue with the roads along here whilst we're waiting. So we're gonna want I think it's this road here. Now it kind of follows the coastline. Looks kind of like your house. They all look the same at the moment. They're not... Oh, here we go, here we go. They're not bad design. As it goes on, they should, I believe, upgrade into different styled homes. I think so. That's what I'm hoping for. Let me bring up the map again. Okay, so it kind of runs along through the Portsmouth. Okay. So let's run this road through down to the Isle of Wight. Let's go for a nice windy road. Kind of like and then it kind of goes up. Okay, kind of something a bit like that. A little less ugly. If we get rid of that and that one, see whether we can just slightly smoothen this out. Yep. Happy with that. We're going to run possibly a bridge over to here and try and squeeze in a few little tiny homes if we can. Do they still have electricity? They do. That's very good. Oh, the dogs are barking. We need a little tiny road. Two-way road. Oh, we could go for this, the one with the parking as well. So this is kind of going to be... This area down here is going to be Portsmouth. So we have something... kind of like this. kind of works. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of works. That's not too bad. So we could build this area up down here as well. If we have, say, some shops there, and then just cram in, we can have some shops in the middle, and then plenty of houses in this area down here. Some there. We could put them along the edge. I'm not too sure. So kind of something a bit like that. So they've moved in straight away, which is fantastic. Gonna need to have a water supply. Lovely jubbly. Up to there. And we might as well fill in the gap. Ah, here we go. They're all moving back in. So we're getting somewhere. Oh, and there goes... So that is actually turning into farmland now. So that's kind of how it works. It's been a while since we've played this, obviously. just 300 people. We're up to 487 now. You're my nemesis. Oh, Nightbot. What have you been doing now? Are you recreating the whole of the UK? We're going to try, buddy. We are going to try. That's the plan. That is the plan. Am I Joseph Stalin? I don't know. I don't think so. I would be a little bit on the wrinkly side if I was. People are slowly coming back. People are slowly coming back. So we've made this into the farming area. We just need to wait until we can add in the specialized areas, which we need 700 people for. 750 people for. And then we can start adding in the actual buildings. But that's a lot better. There's no pollution. Now that this is farming land. So hopefully people should come back to live in Canterbury. Let's call this Folkestone. Okay. I mean, I know it's not a farming area, but it is in this game. Call it Kent. Well, Kent's the whole of this area, but if I called it Kent, I'd have to do sort of this whole area. How do you think it's taking shape? I think it's starting to look okay. I honestly do. I think it's starting to look okay. We could do lots of little tiny 1 or 2 houses, like, and what else we got? We've got Brighton to put in, possibly. Winchester. So we've got quite a few places to put in. Horsham, Tunbridge Wells. There's loads of places. We are starting to take shape now, which I really, really, really like. Oh, that's what we should have done before we built these homes. Was made it UK styles. Let's go back to districts. themes. I'm just going to tick all of these and see what happens. Theme manager. So let's see what happens when we tick all of them. Let's call this one, what are we going to call this? Portsmouth, won't we? Okay. Okay, that's looking not too bad. I'm hoping, really hoping that these, when they upgrade into the English housing. I might, hopefully they will upgrade, because that's the whole point of this episode. They are. Okay, it's a bit better. So I think I might do that so it's ready for the next episode. Portsmouth is more west, Noodle. Well, no, because it's next to the Isle of Wight, which is there. Brighton's directly south of London, which is about here. I mean, we're working on a crammed area here. it's not going to be as exact. I think that's about right for Portsmouth, because it's right next to the Isle of Wight, isn't it? So, which is pretty much the location. You've got Brighton in this area here, I think. Pretty much, it's pretty much directly south of London. But we can always change things about as we go along. We can always do that. I think we're starting to take shape now. I'm going to go ahead and delete these. And hopefully the UK housing will build instead. I know you've just moved in. I'm such a bastard. Oh, it is. Let's see what happens. Such a cruel bastard. Yeah, I mean, hang on a second. Here we are. So you got, there's the Isle of Wight down there, Newport, and Brighton is pretty much south of London. But I know what you're saying. You can see it. I guess at the best angle. Oh, we've got Eastbourne down there. Forgot about that. Hastings. I mean, it's going to be difficult to it's going to be really difficult to fit all of these in. It's not going to be easy. Why would you? Why would you ask him to say that? Honestly, Fat Pete. On the i360, the i360. What's that? What's the i360? Does it just say for you that Fat B tried to write something, or is it hidden completely? Why? Come on, mate. Why would you write stuff like that? You can't. i360 is like a tower that goes up and down in Brighton, British Airways, near the beach. The last time I went to Brighton was what we now 2019. So that would have been probably, I think about 8 or 9 years ago. So it's been a while. It has been a while since we've last been there. More than a while. Yeah, it's probably been about 8 or 9 years. Search. Yeah, I'll give it a search, buddy, and have a look. I will definitely do that. Oh, this house is just upgrade. Oh, hang on. This house is now upgrading. What's it upgrading to? Exactly the same. Okay. It's not meant to do that. I don't know why the other houses haven't loaded in. I need to look into it a bit more. Because it's kind of it's a bit annoying. I can only hope that eventually they change into slightly different. I don't know. I need to look at the description a bit more, I think, and go from there. Okay, so they're slowly building back again. We've just killed a few people in this episode. London's still deserted. So we're going to have to let the game run a little bit. But we're going to finish up now because my din-dins is ready and I'm pretty peckish. We're done an hour and a half. So it's been pretty good. Classic British. Everyone parking near the pavements. Yes. Normally parking on the pavement. So you can't get past. i360. I was 2017 or 16. Yeah, I wouldn't have seen it then. It was. When did I go to Brighton? I think it was 8 or 9 years ago. It has to be. It was a long time ago. We went by train. Went through into Liverpool Street, and then it was a direct service, I think it was. On the way back, it was rail replacement. So, kind of took a bit longer, but still a good journey. Weren't too bad. Yep, we're going to finish up now. Thank you so kindly for watching. We've made reasonable progress. Yes, no one wants to live in my city at the moment. Hopefully that will correct itself as time goes by. I will let the game run slightly. I think we've made a good start. I think we've made a good start. Let me know in the comments after the video on what, as we progress through buying different tiles, which way should we go next? Should we go left or should we make our way upwards? Actually, let me know now. Or we could go right and we could include Dover. But we don't get the port areas until much further on in the game. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get. So we could save that one. Go left. We will move into France eventually. Yeah, so let's cover the left hand. Let's cover the bottom half so far. So let's go for that. And then we can work our way up. I'm going to see if I can find the mods where all the tiles are unlocked. Because it's going to be kind of frustrating not being able to cover the whole of the bits and pieces just because we purely can't buy them. So we need to do that. But let me know what cities, what places you would like for me to try and include into the game. Let me know in the comments after the video. Devon and Cornwall. Okay, buddy. Put them in the comments down below. And so we've got them saved in there and I can look back once the video's been uploaded as a VOD. I kind of like how this is going. This is going to be good fun, this is. This is definitely going to be good fun. And I'm looking forward to the end result. I think it's going to be a good laugh. I might unlock everything, the whole lot, and just have all assets to play with. I might do that. I might do that. Yeah, we'll work our way down to Cornwall. I've been to Bude in Cornwall, which is literally right on the edge. No, hang on. Where's Bude? Bude is actually up there. I have been down to Land's End. We went the year before last on a very windy day. But the sea was really see-through. It was such a nice blue. Very nice. London is a village. It is at the moment, buddy. We haven't got high density housing at the moment. So we're going to work our way up to that. We will work our way up. Yeah, we're going to end now. Thank you so kindly for watching. If you'd like to see this series continue further afield, don't forget to give us a like and a comment. Subscribe for more lovely content. Let us know that you like what we're doing with a simple like. And we can progress much further throughout the UK. I hope you enjoyed the episodes. It's been good fun. We're gonna have to slide across as we go onto the other screen, and we're gonna finish up now. It's gonna have some dinner. But yeah, thank you so kindly. Thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks for joining Fat B. Thanks for joining Ash, and Alex. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for joining. We'll be back very soon with the next episode of this. Don't forget to leave a like and a lovely subscribe as well. Thank you so kindly. Catch you next time. Cheers. Lovely. Goodbye.
This is Evil Noodle Gaming. Online, on YouTube, on Discord, and on Twitter.
Say goodbye. I'm happy that you came. I say goodbye. Please come.